Welcome everyone to the What's Left podcast. John here with Jake and Brad. We are the punk rock garage band podcast, adding our voice to resistance as loudly as we can. Guys, we got a hell of a show for you today. A lot to get to. After all, the president has just declared a civil war, ordering the Texas National Guard into Illinois. But before we get into that, like and subscribe on YouTube, Substack. Help push us into the algorithm. And thank you to everybody who has. Subscriptions are really growing, especially on YouTube. We really appreciate you guys. Love you. Thanks for making the Derealization Nation happen. You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Guys, let's start with it is 2 years since October 7th, since the hostages were taken. On the 9th and 10th, it's important to note, I think, today that there was an offer to return those hostages that was turned down by Israel, and that is where we are today. Um, this is something that goes much deeper into history than October 7th. This is something that the wounds are much deeper, much more scarred, and have been exacerbated in a way that I can't imagine even how we come back from this. Uh, the so-called peace deal is trash. We've talked about that. Um, but even if that could happen just to stop the starvation and the uh, bombing would be phenomenal. But Israel's never held up to any end of any peace deal before, and I don't see any reason why they would now. Um, so that's where we stand. But all of that said, I do want to say that our hearts do go out to the families of the hostages, and we're sorry that your government has failed you so heavily. And that we hope that this peace finds return of the hostages uh, of the Palestinian people as well as the Israeli people, because both countries hold hostages. All right, let's get to the United States of America. Uh, Guys, ICE is now being assisted in Chicago by the National Guard. They have been sent there from Texas since they couldn't. The judge blocked them for using Illinois, but another judge let them use Texas. This is all very confusing, and but basically, like the Trump administration is doing whatever they want to do, and Greg Abbott, of course, could not wait to send the military to Chicago, uh, and so he did. And if you're watching on YouTube, what you're going to see here is just like a montage of the violence, uh, and not of the rioters, because there are no rioters, and not of the protesters, because the protesters are peaceful. But you will see people getting jumped, kicked by ice, lots of tear gas, just tons and tons of tear gas on schools. And just like on January 6th, these people are tear gassing even cops. This one's kind of funny. This guy hits the mirror. In fact, this trying to throw a tear gas canister out of his fucking car. He hits the side view mirror and gasses themselves. It's pretty good watch. Fucking piece of shit. This guy here, luckily his friends are around because he tries to choke slam this guy and it doesn't go well for him. Lost his fucking assault rifle, so that's safe. Here's a couple of cops, tear gas in their eyes, chemical weapons, assaulting police officers. Here we see citizens uh, interfering or intervening, I should say. This one, actually, they intervened to a point where they made ICE leave, which I think is amazing.
Hmm.
But yeah, guys, looking at these scenes, it's very clear who the aggressors are here, and it is not the people of Chicago. It is these people. Did you ever think you'd live to see the day where the fucking National Guard from one state was being sent to another state to enforce nothing? I don't know. A dictator's will.
I need to know how many National Guardsmen Texas sent to North Carolina after Helene,
Mm,
or how many they sent to the East Coast during any hurricane to help rebuild the community. But they love to tear it down. They're sending them in droves. Load up the buses. We'll be there.
yeah. Yep. And if somebody else mentioned too, like Texas needs their National Guard with hurricane season coming up too. Like, what are they going to do when a hurricane hits?
Yeah, Ted Cruz has got to make his phone call from some tropical island and let him know there's problems.
I just gotta say this real. Well, no, we'll talk about this later. We gotta get because these people are just dogs. But let's suffice it to say, there's a story about Ted Cruz and a back tattoo in the Backstreet Boys, and that's coming up later. But anyway, this ICE thing is fucking out of control. The mayor, Brandon Johnson, I want to know what you guys think of this. He signed an executive order that says that any public property is not a place where ICE can use to stage. They cannot stage in the public libraries or in school zones or any of the other places that they've been using. So public property is off limits to ICE agents, as are most restaurants and bathrooms we hear.
Yes,
Yeah,
as it should be.
right. Jake, I think that's pretty creative. I think creativity is good from our politicians, like got to
They
do
were
something.
before they were parking at schools.
Yeah, they actually unleashed tear gas near a school. Isn't that fun?
That's insane. The
Yeah.
safety of our schools is just put down the shitter more
Yeah.
and more.
They don't give a shit about kids. They don't give a shit about cops. That's for sure. Like this is proof
Mhm.
positive. You know what I mean? They are reckless. Yeah, these kids had to lock down for their recess because of the tear gas outside.
Uh,
Yeah. So turning Chicago into a war zone. And an update on the woman who was shot by ICE. She will survive. She was shot. She's got 5 holes in her, as her attorney said. Jake, you want to put up this clip of the news article too? Anyway, ICE said that she had threatened them, was doxing them. They said that they were boxed in by the car. Uh, Video evidence rejected those theories.
which one is it? Which one? I can't see anything that we
It,
prepped.
it's the all white just text with the little blue
I
circle
feel.
next to it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, body camera video of a border control agent involved in the shooting of a woman who was allegedly chasing agents in Brighton Park over the weekend shows the officers saying, "Do something, bitch," before pulling over and shooting the woman 5 times, the woman's attorney said in federal court Monday. The video it contradicts the allegation that she drove toward officers before one of them opened fire on her late Saturday morning on Kinsey Avenue near 39th Street. Um, yeah, so everything they said was bullshit. They were not boxed in. They were not being threatened. They just shot this woman
How can one woman threaten them too? In what way?
because these are the biggest fucking pussies on the planet. Like, if you haven't figured it out, these are the softest, saddest little men on the planet.
Yeah.
One day they'll have to stand trial for what they're doing.
Yeah,
One day.
it's coming. It's coming. And their kids will have to live with that, and their grandkids will have to live with that because what they're doing is generationally disgusting. Generationally disgusting. Uh, yeah, so there's that. And out in Portland, they're out in Portland too. Uh, an average of like 20 people have been protesting the ICE facility out there. This is one where they're uh, pointing lasers, but uh, the response by so if you me and Jake watched the White House video, which we will not be playing any of those, but they were showing trying to make Portland look as bad as possible, and they could not do it. Um, this is probably everyone's favorite video from Portland. It is the video of the anti-fascist frog. But yeah, you see the size of this protest in Portland. They're not big. These ice, like I said, these are the biggest pussies on the planet. Look how they're backing away from this inflatable frog. And then he gives them the little, gives a little sauce, gives a little sauce, a little bump in the frog suit. But like, this is what they sent the military. This cost money. That is your taxpayer dollars hard at work right there is the military backing away from the frog as he points toward them. He puts the hoodoo curse on him and they slowly back up like the Thriller video. Like, what is happening? This is fucking pathetic. And this is what the emergency is. This is the national emergency that they have to fucking explode our debt for, rampage our cities for. Uh, and like these are their cities. Like this is where these people live, not the Trump people. Are you guys surprised at all to find that they're afraid of a frog?
No, I don't. These, dude, it's just so crazy to me the amount of resources that we are wasting
That's insane, isn't it?
for what I saw a guy make a video today of him walking down the dangerous streets of Portland while crocheting on his way to dinner.
It's
Probably, probably meeting his date on a who's on a unicycle or something.
that was so Portland coded. That's amazing.
So somebody in the comment section of our last video was like, they're not pointing sniper rifles or using lasers." I had no idea what they were talking about, so I had to look it up. So these are two different things. The press video recorded 7.62 sniper rifles hanging off the edge of the Portland ice building, pointed at protesters. That's what I was referring to. This is what the commenter was referring to. You see the
I fuck around, yeah, fuck around, round, round. I fuck around, I fuck around, round, round. I fuck around, fuck around.
Yeah, using laser pointers to get cats and dogs to run around the ice agent's legs, which is fucking brilliant. Portland is so deeply unserious about this. It is one of the most delight. It's been great entertainment to watch, and I think that's part of the bigger thing, guys. Like as serious as this is, like we can't take these morons too serious. We cannot be afraid to, uh, you know, let loose on them a little bit because the shit's fucking ridiculous. Like this guy, this old man right here.
Hey, this is the Christie Gnome. You know, you got no fucking business being in Chicago anyway, you fucking slut. You know, they won't let you use the bathroom? Well, then wear a diaper like your fucking boss. And you shit your pants, you fucking piece of shit. Get the fuck out of Chicago. People just trying to start trouble and get this whole country into a turmoil. I think I'm sick and tired of it. This video probably won't go through for what I just said because this Trump loves this fucking horror. You know, our country is run by a bunch of fucking bitches and pussies. The Republicans are all pussies. They lick Trump's ass twice a fucking day, and I'm getting tired of listening to it. So I don't think this is going to go through, but I will re-record it in about 10 minutes.
What's that? Get that man a medal.
Now that's how you retire. That is what I want to do when I retire.
Hell yeah. Fucking.
Yeah,
I mean, this is it. Like we are being ran over by a dictator who wears fucking Depends. Like that's just not acceptable to me, guys. I'm just not there. I won't do it.
I don't even think he's running the show anymore, dude. I think he's just a talking head because he has I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just has like the cult following.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this head. Let's talk about Stephen Miller. Let's talk about Stephen Miller, the fucking architect of this thing. Is there, I mean, this man is like, he's like a screeching banshee. He is the least fucking likable character on the entire planet. He's so over the top, it's hard to believe that he's even fucking real. Like the things that he says and does, like, is just, it's so annoying. Like the fact that people listen to whole interviews of him still blows my mind because when he comes on TV, I just change the channel. I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. So AOC called him out on his thing. Did you guys see that? Did you see this one?
Yes.
Yes, and I love it.
How great is that? Guys, I mean, like we haven't talked about AOC in a while, you know. put her in the penalty box for the Israel vote. You know what I mean?
What you deserve. You deserve that when it happens.
Deserved, right? Like but it doesn't mean that like I don't think that AOC is legit. And I'm like, we're gonna talk about. There's a couple of videos. We're gonna show the clip of her attacking Stephen Miller, but I'm also show a clip of Trump this afternoon in the Oval Office, like putting her name, like he gets upset about her, like she is in their fucking heads. And so like I'm not talking about 28, but I'm talking about just leadership in general. Like they hate her, and that's big. Like as much as Gavin Newsom may be getting in their heads by mocking them, her very existence puts a bone spur in this man's foot like nothing else.
Oh yeah. And aside from that vote, she's pretty anti-establishment.
Yes.
Um,
No, she was flawless up until that point.
yeah.
I can say that my girlfriend doesn't listen to this podcast. It's fine.
uh,
Which is also important, you know what I mean? Like people talk about how like Gavin Newsom is like this, like they always want to talk about his looks, but AOC is also a good-looking messenger, which is not, it doesn't hurt, right? Like JFK didn't just win because like JFK was like a great politician. He won because
Well, you look
people,
at Gavin Newsom's attractive.
oh yeah, yeah.
is Gavin Newsom not conventionally attractive?
To me, no.
It's it's not true. I mean, what's the fatal flaw? Gotta know.
I think I just got the ick from him just listening to him talk sometimes.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
like
fair.
ick, like it's kind of hard.
Yeah, yeah. That's a turn off no matter what.
Mhm.
That's why we all don't like him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why we all don't like him. I don't know. I think it's important for guys like us though to say this because I get the feeling talking to like people, especially like the establishment lives in the party, like whenever I interact with them online or work, whatever. Especially people of color, like they just don't believe that this country is ready for a person of color to be president again, or a woman, especially that, and that we need to have some straight white male savior. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't think that it is worth even talking about because we bring out the best candidate, and I believe uh, that she could motivate more people to vote overall than any other candidate in the Democratic Party right now, if you on any given issue. I think she should get more people out there than anybody else.
I agree.
What do you
I
think
do
about?
too.
Yeah,
It's the same way that I like think that like Bernie needs to pass the torch.
yeah.
Well, she needs to run with it because Bernie got a lot of support for being an old white man.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like from progressives, from like Bernie got a lot of support, and he's just too old to continue this run. Like there's no future with Bernie Sanders. There might be future in like the immediate future for the next few years, but like can we really put another? We can't put another 80-year-old man in office. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't
Fuck
care.
no,
They just can't be in
no.
office. So
And
that's what I'm saying.
he's
Like his ideals need to be passed down, and his the enthusiasm that people get around Bernie Sanders needs to be pushed down, or the Democrats are cooked. Like we might vote in 26 just to stop this craziness, but when
hmm
it comes to the president, they're just like, all right, well, just not Trump this time. But like Democrats still got to do something.
Yeah. This is quick. Let's listen to how watch Trump react to AOC's name being brought up in the Oval Office, or him bringing up AOC, by the way, out of the blue.
Look at AOC talking about how if they want to negotiate, they can come to my office. She's not in that position to do that. And who the hell is she to say that?
Bro, heated.
Yeah,
Old man angry. Old man yell at cloud.
Angry.
Who does she think
I
she
wonder if he,
is?
I wonder if he knows her name.
Oh, like her full name?
Yep.
Zero shot. Bro, he don't know his full name. He has to constantly remind himself.
That's why he signs everything Donald J. Trump.
Donald
So
J.
he,
Trump, right? So just it's yeah, people think it's like some sort of ego thing. No, it's like a memento thing. It's to like look in the mirror and remember where he's at in the morning. Yeah. Donald John Trump. I think we should, by the way, like it'd be a great idea. Should we survive this thing next next version of America, uh, referring to yourself in the third person should automatically disqualify you from public office. Just period. Because I mean, you've got like Bob Dole and Donald Trump, and either way, it would have been disastrous. Like we cannot have this. Bob Dole can't have this. Can't happen.
Brad agrees.
Yeah. No amount of Norm Macdonald skits as Bob Dole is worth having a person referring to themselves in the third person, uh, becoming a dictator ever again. Just not worth it. So we
Ugh.
got to give some things up. So, all right, let's keep on this topic. AOC, she ripped into Stephen Miller, and then the best part about it is after this happens, is for whatever reason, I think they thought this was going to go better. Fox News made him watch it and respond to it, which is great. So here's a short clip of her and a short clip of him, and God, is he just an unlikable person.
Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10. And he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10. And he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10 that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them.
Well, we knew that her brain didn't work. Now we know their eyes don't work. So, I mean, she is a mess, right? What a train wreck. What a train wreck.
I'd like to point out that she started that by saying that she'd never seen him in person before. So I'm not really sure what the eye thing is about.
Do we know how tall he is?
According to his fans on TikTok, who I've been not fighting with, just making fun of all day. He's 5'10". It's on his trading card, probably. I assume that they have. But that no, he goes on later in the interview to say that he's 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah. And I am lime green. He's fucking like 5'7" in heels. And like the point is like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's not 4'10". What's the fuck is hyperbole? It's a joke. They fucking melt down over this shit like it's the Little Mermaid.
I don't know. Just
Yeah. So he also froze on CNN.
The glitch.
The glitch. He had a whole glitch. He's
His
talking.
butt like went off.
Dude, I mean, what a fucking character. This guy is I don't know how to
what
say
is
it.
what is his official title?
Deputy White House Chief of Staff.
Okay.
Wait, he's a deputy chief?
Deputy Chief of Staff, yes.
Was there a chief?
Yes, Susie Wiles is her name.
Oh.
They gave her a lot of credit before, like, oh, she's a serious person and she'll keep these guys in line. And yeah, she's fucking just killing it. Oh, man. All
As
right.
soon as they found out she was a woman, they were not concerned.
No, they're not going to listen to her.
Right.
Here's Stephen Miller glitching out.
You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of National Guard in Oregon legal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen? Stephen? Hey, Stephen, can you hear me? It seemed, Stephen, I apologize. It seems like we're having a technical issue. We'll try to fix that.
He just totally blanked because he said the president has plenary authority. So for the non-Catholics in the room, plenary means absolute authority. And it's obviously the president does not, but he basically just said the president is a dictator after all. and then had no idea what else to say. Basically, almost, I don't know if he had a stroke. They're going around, I hear.
Still moving back and forth. The dude just didn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah, like that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like, bro, do you know that we can see you
yeah.
swaying? Like, we
Like
know that the mic didn't cut out, brother.
if you want to act frozen, you gotta stay still.
If he was smart, he would have just kept moving his mouth.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
But
That
he's
would have
an
been
idiot,
good.
so it didn't work out.
That is true. AOC did say that earlier in her video too. Like you would have thought, like in movies, they always portray these like the dictators like being these evil geniuses, and they just wound up being some of the dumbest fucking people you know.
And they're usually bald too.
They're absolutely, they're almost always bald. J- Throw up this. So this is fucking crazy. So let's just stay with these people. Throw up that thing about Bad Bunny. So they're melting down about Bad Bunny. They melted down about Black Little Mermaid, Snow White, such manly things to get fucking upset about. Here's so Turning Point USA, the Voldemort Foundation, announced that they will be hosting their own concert during the Super Bowl halftime show. TPUSA will be using fully Christian American performers, to which Sammy Gold points out that Bad Bunny is both a Christian Catholic and an American from Puerto Rico. And there's a random picture of Tim Pool down there for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But yeah, they they are so uh they're so fragile that the Bad Bunny Super Bowl thing is still a thing for them. They're really having a hard time with this. In fact, just the other day, they brought Sydney Sweeney back up. Guys, this is crazy because like they're like the left is so obsessed. And like we didn't care the first time. We certainly don't care the second time. And I like and honestly, the Crackle Barrel can go do whatever the fuck they want to do. I don't care about any of this stuff.
None of that stuff matters to me at all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's all just trivial bullshit.
It is. And if it's anything at all, and half the time it's fucking lies. Like, oh, they're gonna take your child and transgender them on their way to the border or something. I don't know. Like, it's always fucking made up. They just throw transgender on everything like it's salt, or like crack in the 90s. Like, oh, he also had some crack on him. Oh, well, then by all means, shoot him back 6 times.
Right. Sprinkle a little crack on him. Let's get out of here.
Right. Now it's sprinkle a little transgender on him.
Yeah.
Quickly, get the panties. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just deeply unserious losers and perverts. Robert Morris, Trump's first spiritual advisor, finally got sentenced for raping that 12-year-old girl. Right?
Spiritual advisor
Spiritual advisor.
to the President of the United States of America.
Pastor of the giant Gateway Church conglomerate. Lots of non-tax-paying dollars just getting funneled into this man's fucking coffers. He got 6 months. Could have at least got 12 years.
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months.
Months.
6 months. 6 months. We don't give that. Not only do they not give a fuck about like cops or children or anything like that, they're like actively protecting them. Trump's floating pardoning Ghislaine because the Supreme Court denied her appeal. It's like,
He
oh,
did say I'd look into it. I haven't heard that name in so long. That's what he said.
yeah, oh, just Ghislaine.
A fond memory.
Oh, yes, yes. Get the fuck out of here. Who buys his bullshit anymore? Like, what is wrong with you people? I just would grab these commenters through the screen sometimes, just shake them like he's lying to you. But they wouldn't believe me.
There are definitely some people turning away from all of it.
Yeah.
But the ones that aren't, bro, they're just digging deeper. They're just digging in deeper.
Yeah, for sure. I swear.
I don't think their pride allows them to say they were wrong, is the problem. You know what I mean? Like they just got to ride it out because their pride won't let them say they were wrong.
Okay, so how do you feel about like these like the Theo Vaughns of the world who are like, I'm not okay with this anymore and blah blah, but they don't want to like take any responsibility for, I don't know, say stuff like this.
I said 1 year before to Pete Hegseth, I said 1 year before, where's Pete? In the book, I wrote, whatever the hell the title, I can't tell you, but I can tell you there's a page in there devoted to the fact that I saw somebody named Osama bin Laden and I didn't like it, and you got to take care of him. They didn't do it. A year later, he blew up the World Trade Center.
That like
What?
that's like you put that guy in office. Like Theo Vaughn especially gave him a fucking ball cuddling. Joe Rogan humanized this man. Like you are taking no responsibility. But people are like, well, we also need them in our fold and yada yada yada. I'll let you guys tell me how you feel about the the fine line between like I'm not saying like obviously like you ain't gotta apologize to me personally. Uh but the fine line between like what's what's required to rebuild trust for these people to come into the coalition? Is it nothing? Is it just I don't like this anymore?
As you know, I'm pro bring everybody together, but also it's not enough to just stop endorsing what's happening. You
Hmm.
have to actively use your platform to speak out against what's happening.
Okay.
You have the platform. I'm more than willing to bring you in,
Yeah,
but you got to show us that you're serious.
that's okay.
And you
That's
can
fair.
use your big ass platform to do so. I don't need you to motherfuck Trump and this, that, and the third, but when there's something wrong with this administration or like the things that are happening with ICE, use your platform to speak about it, to educate the people that would listen to your platform and not someone else's that regularly speaks about it, to bring attention to these issues, what's really happening, and not just what they're being fed on their like social media apps or whatever, or Fox News or CNN or whatever it might be. Like he has the opportunity to use his voice to bring light to situations that might not be getting shown light to.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Jake? Or do you feel like there has to be more or less some sort of any other sort of public penance that needs to be done? Hair shirts, public flogging.
So my thing is, I kind of agree with Brad. I would like to see action because my generation, I grew up with YouTube apologies. So I'm the generation of cancel culture. I have seen the public, I'm sorry for like what I said and what I did. And then they continue to do the same shit
Hmm.
and continue to post stuff like they never did anything wrong. Like a great example is James Charles. I don't know why people still support that kid. Don't know why. He is an evil, disgusting person. Continues to do the same stuff. Like nothing ever happened. Like he isn't a criminal. Like, and they still support him. So like I agree, like actions need to be following because like apologies are words. And words have sometimes no meaning. And if they don't mean them, you can usually tell with most of the YouTube apologies. Not one of them cared because they're still getting paid. So yeah, actions would be great. Actually using your platform to spread word instead of just like brushing by or ignoring it, because that's what's the easiest to do. They just ignore.
Yeah. I agree with you guys, but I want to like punctuate something though. Because it is becoming more and more popular for them to slide back into the uh not the active like fighting against, but more into this wishy-washy sort of, well, I guess both sides really are the same after all, and there is no change, no different, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. No, this is like, eh, if you slide back into that, like you deserve double go fuck yourself because like that is unrealized. That's what unrealized privilege means. Like being able to have a fascist take over the country and you'd be relatively comfortable throughout is what your privilege is. And that is if you do not stand up for the underprivileged, in my mind, I don't think you karmically will be able to hold on to that privilege. I just don't think that's going to happen for you. I just don't believe that that's the way things work. If and it's the same reason why you see so many politicians in power losing their voice in Congress, losing their positions in Congress because they will not stand for the most egregious thing, the genocide in Gaza, and they are losing that legitimacy and that so their message is fishy-washy water. It means nothing. And it's the same with these podcasters. If you can't, like you guys were saying, come out strong against, then none of this matters. None of it. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for your vote, but shut the fuck up from now on. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
either speak smartly or shut the fuck up.
yeah. Simple. I don't like this is pandering. It's nothing more than pandering.
And that's what it was in the first place. The only reason they got into politics is because it started to be profitable for them.
Yep.
All they do is chase the fucking algorithm.
Yeah. The same way Turning Point's about to make money on a second Super Bowl halftime show or whatever.
Oh my God.
And these people are gonna eat it up, dude.
Oh Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Who are they gonna get? What's your guess?
I'm guessing Jelly Roll and a jar of mayonnaise.
I don't even know a lot of Christian performers, to tell you the truth. Like
Mine's
even in
a-
the country circle.
Mine's a country star. The Morgan was it Morgan Wallen?
Yeah,
Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen and probably Kid Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the already outright hateful people.
I gotta share this. This is great. So this is people not being in a cult. This is this is what we're up against. These are the people.
Oh man, this is amazing. Thank you so much for bringing me here.
That is someone's property. They have decorated with a replica of Trump's fucking 747. Trump signs literally everywhere. Giant American flag on the building. I mean, these people are fucking nuts.
What is happening, bro? That's crazy. The Trump burger is crazy. That's fucking crazy. There's that house over there in the Commonwealth where y'all are.
Yeah.
It's like the Trump house.
Yeah.
Where women are only allowed in the kitchen and bedroom.
Right. Absolutely.
My fucking dad and his wife went there. And that was what I said to him. Like, we went to the Trump house. I said, was Sandy allowed out of the kitchen and bedroom?
Hell no. Oh, that's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, let's do let's talk about Pam Bondi real quick while we're on the subject. A slightly more serious. So this is a great clip you sent, Brad, because this is just a quick Senator Schiff gave a quick summary of what was one of the stupidest fucking hearings ever. Like she just refused to answer any questions and was just aghast that anybody had the fucking audacity to ask any such question or impugn the fucking fine character of Donald John Trump. It's just fucking so stupid.
I think it's valuable that the American people get a sense of what you've refused to answer today. So these are just some of the questions you refused to answer, or have answered with personal attacks on members of this committee. You were asked whether you consulted with career ethics lawyers, as you promised you would do during your nomination hearing, when you approved the president receiving a $400 million gift from the Qataris. You refused to answer that question. You were asked who or what role you may have played, or who played the role in asking that Trump's name be flagged in any of the Epstein documents gathered by the FBI. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Holman kept the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Holman paid taxes on the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did career prosecutors find insufficient evidence to charge James Comey? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, how are military strikes on these boats in the Caribbean legal? And you refused to even answer that question.
You were asked, a law degree,
excuse me. You were asked, did you discuss indicting James Comey with the president? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did you approve the firing of antitrust lawyers who disagreed with the Hewlett-Packard merger? You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you support a restoration fund for violent insurrections to attack the Capitol on January 6th. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you were firing career professionals, career prosecutors, just because they worked on January 6th investigations. You refused to answer that question. You were asked by my California colleague whether you believe government officials, like immigration officials, have to abide by court orders. You wouldn't even answer that question. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing.
She's so confused. She's like, what? Why am I here asking these questions, dude? That's insane.
Crazy. Every time she got asked a question, she just fucking didn't answer. Go ahead, Brad.
He is a prosecutor in her past life, and she understands what she can and cannot say.
Yeah.
She is not, you know what I mean? She's not going to incriminate herself, and she's not going to fucking admit it.
Right. And it's
She's
what's
just going to talk in
so
circles.
what she didn't say is so much more telling because, like you said, she's a lawyer. She knows she can't say these things. She couldn't say shit. I mean, that means all of those things are incriminating for her. All of it from the Qatari jet to the Venezuelan boats. It's all illegal and they all fucking know it, bruh.
That's insane.
Yeah. And good for the, Chucky and Hakeem for fighting for the healthcare because it's important, but hello. There's this is what's going on in this country. Like the ask should have been much larger. Much larger. You should have taken this opportunity to tie this corruption together with a nice, neat string, just like that. That was so simple. So simple. We're not going to get to the AI bubble thing again today. We're going to stick with this. I just want to say, like, that she went like full, like, I don't know, pearl clutch on everything. Like, how dare you, sir? How dare you impugn President Trump? So I'll just I'll play this one real quick. Just to show some of it. It's just a piece of her
There's been
reactions.
public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise? Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump.
So who gave the order to flag records related to President Trump?
To flag records for President Trump?
To flag any records which included his name.
I'm not going to discuss anything about that with you, Senator.
Eventually.
He goes on to say, eventually you will.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll answer for this.
And she will.
Period.
They will come. She lost her like Pammy Joe from Florida accent and like try to switch out for like this put upon plantation owner accent. Like, oh, sir, excuse, like she'd been walked in her bodice or something. Like, oh, how dare you? How dare you? Man, shut the what is that fucking accent and bullshit, Pammy Joe?
The audacity to ask me about files I told y'all I had on my desk.
How could you suggest for even a moment?
This administration is a joke.
Fucking ridiculous. What happened to the money? Well, how dare you even talk about that? And she kept like saying like you took money from Reid Hoffman. That's my best Chrisley impersonation, actually. I just realized like her and Todd Chrisley sound exactly alike. Anyway, the person that she kept saying like they were taking money from that was like tied to Jeffrey Epstein, who nobody's ever heard of before in their life, and only somebody who would have read the files that she supposedly hasn't read would know. They definitely didn't. It's an easy Google search. No, those people have never accepted money from that donor. I just think that's worth debunking.
Here's something else I want to touch on, completely unrelated to Pam Bondi, but just how this administration is a joke. And I don't know if we plan to talk about it, but now we're going to. Donald Trump, I don't know, pitched the idea maybe. I don't know if he pitched it or just kind of made a threat.
Right. It's hard to say. Little pitch, little threat.
That federal workers don't necessarily have to be paid.
Yeah.
On a furlough. So because of the government shutdown. So essentially he's threatening people's jobs or their livelihood, not necessarily their jobs. You can keep your job and not make any money at it. but he's essentially threatening these people's jobs if the Democrats like aren't willing to just bow down and kiss the ring. He's like, if these Democrats don't do this, then all you people aren't going to get paid. Mind you, we're bringing in record money off of the taxes that we're paying for tariffs, and we might not have the money to pay federal employees now because
Right.
it's just ridiculous. Like what is this like big bully shit? I don't get it.
The number is 17 trillion. And I'll remind our viewers, we spoke a couple days ago about how oversight ranking member Robert Garcia is planning on bringing Trump in or bringing Scott Bessent or somebody in to talk about where the 17 trillion dollars has disappeared to, because it's not on any of the books. But Trump says we have 17 trillion dollars in tax revenue, which belongs to the American people, and it needs to be accounted for. So somebody, thanks to Trump's big mouth, is going to have to answer for $17 trillion. So somebody's head's going to have to roll for that one, because we all know $17 trillion ain't just lying around, or they'd be giving themselves another tax break.
I wonder if any city has any towers that are standing real high. They better watch out.
Right. Take them down. Just take them down yourself.
Be careful.
Be careful.
They're gonna need to make you forget about that money soon.
For sure, dude. I'm not even, I mean, like, this, it's already happening. Like, they're doing the false flag thing right now. They are sending the army against an inflatable frog in Portland. Like, I mean, these are stupider people. And it's hard. I know, my fellow millennials, it is hard to imagine morons stupider than George W. Bush. Like, he was a fucking, his stupid was legendary. It fueled Saturday Night Live with stuff for 10 years. But these people are dumber than that. They couldn't even this is the best they could come up with, was let's start just going into cities based on old Fox News clips. It's the best they could do. There was an Ohio farmer too who's made a great point about the tariffs, because I want to say, like, I resent this money going back to the farmers because they voted against that, but that's not how things work. Okay, so I want to retract what I said. The government, like, that is our money as much as their money too, but it's not just them that should be bailed out. We all should be getting some of this money. Like, we all should be getting this money back, all of the money that's been stolen from us in tariffs, right? Because, like, an Ohio farmer pointed out, like, Trump, like, just laughed at the reporter. He's like, he's not fucking helping me. He took my money. I want it back. And that's the way to, so so yes, like, they don't deserve a bailout necessarily, but, like, we all deserve our money back from this fucking wreck of a trade war. It's insane.
What a wreck of a trade war.
It's a disaster. It's an outright disaster. You want to let's run through the tech bubble stuff real quick, Jake, since we're on the subject, and then we'll close it up because we're running out of time. But let's run through the tech bubble stuff real quick, because
Which one is that? The whale first?
Yeah, you can put the whale up there, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, period.
Okay, so unusual whales reports. White House has said that the U.S. will to take 10% stake in Trilogy Metals. It is up 215% in after hours. Does somebody know? Absolutely. That looks like there was unusual TMQ call today, expiring next week. Usually gets no options volume. It was placed just before close. So fucking shady shit happening on the stock market that they're purposely inflating all the time. And I just wanted to point that's just an example of many things that happen all the time, all the shade. And then here is this more reporting on what I've been saying since before this was a thing. We've all been saying it. Like, we've just been sounding the alarm on the fact that AI is a fucking nightmare, not just for the planet, but for the economy, for people's health, for jobs, for all of it. So yeah.
This AI bubble is bananas, bro. It will single-handedly cripple the S&P. It will cripple it.
Yeah, which is what's the only thing that's propping up the whole market right now, because outside of the top 7 companies, like, it's not looking so hot. So you'll see here from Newswire, AI bubbles now 17 times 17 times bigger than the dot-com boom and 4 times larger than the subprime crisis, analysts warn. I guess that's Newswire reporting from MarketWatch.
We are going to see crazy, y'all. You're going to see people jumping out of buildings and shit, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly like. Go ahead, keep going with them, Jake. The
Okay. No.
we'll just talk right through them.
Doesn't matter which one.
Oh, the in order best, but not.
Okay. It's just they're not in order on my phone, so I'm just.
Oh, got it.
You're
See our,
good.
see our sophisticated solution, Brad. The numbers.
Yes, I do.
Oh, great.
I can't see them before I press the photo.
It's not helping. So for context, the government notes that Netflix brings in just 39 billion in annual revenue from its 300 million subscribers. If AI companies charge Netflix prices for their software, they need to field over 3.69 billion paying customers to make a standard profit on data center spending alone, just on the data centers. That's almost half the people on the planet who likely won't have jobs if this AI thing works out the way that they say it's going to. So explain to me how they're going to subscribe to your AI bullshit without a fucking job. 39 billion in annual revenue from 300 million. So like imagine like, oh my God, that's so bad. You can keep going, Jake. That's that number is just mind boggling.
Astonishing.
Going even further, make a profit compared to similar sized business ventures. The blogger estimates that the American data centers would have to bring in a mammoth sum of $480 billion, and 2025 alone is it's almost over. That's to say nothing of the data center spending in 2026, which is set to go from 375 billion in 2025 to 500 billion next year, according to the New York Times.
That's disgusting.
It's insane. Simply put, at the current trajectory, we're going to hit a wall, and soon, he fretted. There just isn't enough revenue, and there can never be enough revenue. There can never be enough revenue. The world just doesn't have the ability to pay for this much AI.
Nor do we need it.
No, yeah, that's right. It's like not only that, like nobody wants this.
Yeah, why are we acting like we haven't survived without it before?
It's literally just like a Google search organizer. Like it does, like it fucking organizes your Google search into a neater category, and all it costs you is cancer. Add it all up, and time is not on the data center side. The finance guru estimates that AI data centers to be built in 2025 will suffer $40 billion of annual depreciation, while generating somewhere between 15 and $20 billion of revenue. I'm pretty bad at math, but I don't think that that's very good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand how any of money can be real when people are talking about taking a $20 billion L for the year, and somebody doesn't have to wear that on the chin.
Does anybody know for sure what time we clocked in?
I don't.
Do we have 5 minutes?
Maybe.
All right, real quick, because I do want to get to this, and I'm sorry if it's going a little over, but just talking about how big these numbers are. She does such a great job of putting this in perspective, and she does it by using celebrities and their money, and it's just a great way to really understand how much this fake money and how big this crash is going to be.
Okay, some of you are not getting it. So we're gonna go over Billionaire 101. Here's $1 million, okay? Here's $1 billion. You and me are down here. Bad Bunny is about right here at 50 million, okay? Lola Young's at like 3 million. Lisa from Blackpink, right here at 40 million. Billie Eilish, 50 million. Kendrick Lamar, right here, 140. Then, up here, we have Beyonce, Madonna, Rihanna at $1 billion. Tyler Perry is at $1.3 billion. Kim Kardashian is at $1.7 billion. Selena Gomez is at 2, and Taylor Swift, so 2 of these, this is not, hold on. Taylor Swift is off this chart at $2.4 billion. And people are messaging me saying, what do you mean there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire? Like she gave $100,000 to all of her employees. That is 0.000 0.047%. Okay, that is less than 5,000ths of 1%. Okay, just to clarify, people are saying like, oh, you're just hating on women. You're just a woman who hates on women. No, I love women. 10% of Taylor Swift's income could provide a lifetime of water, clean water, for 8 million other women. That's all I'm saying. Okay? But she's not the end-all be-all. Let's keep going. Michael Jordan, the basketball player, is here at 3 point. Then we have Jay-Z at $4 billion. Then we have Steven Spielberg at $5 billion. But wait! This is our chart. This is a billion. Mark Zuckerberg is at $177 billion. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are at $195 billion. When people say eat the rich, they are not talking about your uncle who has a lakefront property and a golden doodle, okay? We are talking about people who could single-handedly end world hunger, and yet they choose not to. These are the people you need to be holding accountable, not your neighbor who's a minimum wage worker who got a hamburger on his way home from work when he should have been boycotting, okay? There is no such thing as an ethical billionaire. It's a facade. No matter how nice or sweet or fan-loving or cutesy anybody is, there is no such thing as an ethical billionaire, and you cannot have exceptions to that if you really want to change the system. Doesn't mean you have to stop liking their music. I never said that. It doesn't mean you have to hate her. I don't. But we do have to talk about it, and we certainly can't just point fingers at people who do and call them anti-feminist, because that's ridiculous. That's really ridiculous. But anyway, I've had a stomachache for the last 30 minutes because my coffee was $8, but I only budgeted for $5.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
It really is insane.
It's insane.
Money is sick. Tax the rich. We'll break that video down probably more later, I think.
To death. Tax them to death. You're not
Tax them
taxing
to
them.
death.
Tax them to death.
Absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason they couldn't possibly use all that money.
Not even in a lifetime.
No, and they're not doing a good job of being stewards of it either. $6 billion is all it costs for to end world hunger. 6 of them.
Come together. They could all give one.
Sure. Wouldn't even come close to touching them.
No.
Tax the fuck out of them. Tax the fuck out of them. I can't wait for System 2.0. America 2.0. It's going to be the better version. Just wait for it. It's coming in the mail like your old AOL.
What do these people think this money is backed by?
What do they think, or what is it actually? Because I don't know.
It's actually backed by nothing.
I don't think a lot of people think about that.
Yeah, it's backed by nothing. It obviously isn't backed by gold.
No. That's our gold reserves are 1/7 billionth of I don't know. It's a very small
That's why we
percentage.
couldn't go to Fort Knox and be like, oh, 8 bars? What the fuck are we about to do with 8 fucking bars?
Dude, if it was 800, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What is that gonna do against $800 billion, $1 trillion, $17 trillion spent in Afghanistan? What is that number? Are you fucking kidding me? Trillion. You saw that was 200 billion. That's at least twice as big. Okay. That's a lot of fucking money. Jesus Christ. Yeah. We're playing with people's lives over made up numbers. Made up fucking numbers. And even the fucking fake system that they've set up to support their fucking claims, they're too greedy to because they keep inflating it. They keep lying. They keep propping each other up. They keep sending this money in a circle from one fucking business to another. OpenAI invest in Oracle, Oracle invest in and it just comes back around and just making up numbers. Making shit up. It doesn't take a fucking economist to fucking figure that one out, bro. It does not. In fact, the whole science of economists is a made up science from the 1970s to justify exactly what they're doing right now. Just a bunch of dumb shit that people say. There is some science to money and logic in the systems. But the purpose of economists is to lie to people and prop up systems that have absolutely no real value. That's all it is. That's all it is. No, money's not real, George.
Money's not real.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. Check us out. Push us out onto the YouTube algorithm, Substack, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. Do it. Thanks for doing it. If you want to buy a union made, union printed t-shirt, you can do that at derealizationnation.com. Do it before I jack the prices up for no reason. I just feeling, extra capitalist today. I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm just gonna make up $50 for no reason at all. Call it tariffs, even even though even though I'm not paying for it.
1,000,000% tariffs.
1,000,000% tariff on the sun. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Come back next time. Until then, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
All these people are in an uproar about Bad Bunny, but they didn't have a thing to say about you too. I wonder why.